So, welcome to Now You're Cooking. My name's Mike Fear, and today I'm going to cook a mushroom risotto, and I'm going to use my trusty pressure cooker. This is a pressure cooker made by Kuhn Rikon, a Swiss made, and we're going to put a little oil in to start off with, a little Ariston Greek olive oil, and turn up a little heat there. While the heat's getting there, I'm going to cut up some onion. I think half a decent sized onion should be sufficient for this. And, oh, what am I thinking? If I'm cutting an onion, I'll be in tears. I don't want to be in tears. So I'm going to wear my handy dandy onion goggles. If ever you've had trouble with cutting onions and crying, you've never tried the onion goggles. They fit beautifully, they make me look good. And so I'm going to cut down through like so, cut this way, and then away I go to cut, and not even thinking about crying at the moment. And doesn't that work great? And you see a lot of chefs just chopping away and really doing a fabulous job. They're fast. And look at them carefully. Make sure they've got all their fingers. There's no reason to rush cutting up the onion. So, nice bit of heat in the bottom of the pot here. And then I'm going to throw the onions in. And there we go. And while they're starting to saute, get my mushrooms. I don't need my onion goggles anymore, so I'm going to pop them off. Put the goggles that help me to see. A lot of people will brush mushrooms. I peel my mushrooms. Easy to do. And in peeling the mushrooms, if there's any hint of dirt or whatever on there, it's obviously coming off. And it's really quite simple to do. And I put half a large onion. I'm going to put, I don't know, 5 or 6 mushrooms in here. So risotto is something that I'm sure you're familiar with, and the one thing you hear about it more than anything else is you have to cook and stir and add stock for a long period of time and keep stirring. And with the pressure cooker, you can knock out a risotto in around 10 minutes, and really not much stirring required. The onions are coming along. You don't want to have them cook too much. You don't want to burn your onions. Just a nice nice saute in the olive oil. One more mushroom, I think will do it. And you can use any mushrooms. I happen to be using this, just the regular button mushrooms, or you could use anything. I'm just going to cut them sort of a rough chop here. Using it's a fabulous knife. This is made by Henckels. It's Japanese made. It's designed by Morimoto, and a Miyabi knife. It's a Santoku, and it really just does a fabulous job, nice and sharp. Give that a bit of a stir. I'm going to just pop a little bit more oil in. And once I think this is adequately sauteed, I'm going to, again, better not to brown the onions. You really want them just nicely translucent. And then we're going to add 1 cup of rice. This is a medium grain rice. You can get a risotto rice, arborio rice. This is, as I say, a medium grain. And I'm going to throw that in, and I'm actually going to give it another hit of olive oil. My objective here is to get the rice nicely moistened in the oil and let that cook. And then I'm going to let that cook a little bit. And we're going to use chicken stock with this. You could certainly use a vegetable stock or some other stock. I have to admit, one time I got desperate and I used a beef stock. It gave it a completely different complexion, but it was really good. So you can certainly experiment. Get my chicken stock ready using my handy dandy Cuisipro opener. This is an opener that once you've opened it, it does not have a cutting edge to the lid or the can itself. Okay, I think we are ready now. So first we're going to give a nice dry wine. We're going to throw a nice dry wine in here. Italian, of course. And get that mixed in so that it's pretty much mixes in and starts to soak into the rice. And it gives it a nice look to it. And then we've got about 2 cups of chicken stock here. And I'm going to pour that in. And now I've got the heat right up. It's going to start cooking. A little bit of pinch of salt, just to taste. It's got a great aroma already. And now what we do is we're going to pop the pressure lid on. And so with the pressure lid, just get it lined up. It has an arrow right here, which I'm going to line up with the handle, and just basically sits down, and then I just lock it into place. From here, it's going to cook for 7 minutes as soon as it gets pressure up. So in a second, you'll start to see this little piece will start to come up where it gets under pressure. So what I'm waiting for is for this will start to pop up here on its own. And it has a couple of rings. The first ring will be low pressure, and the second ring will be high pressure. And starting to see it come up. And so at this point, I'm just going to start my timer. And so that timer is a great thing because you really don't want things to burn. And so I'm going to set my timer right now as this comes up. And I've set the timer for 7 minutes. And you can see right here, just see the first ring, it's reached the first ring. And when it comes up to the second ring, I'm going to turn the heat right down. And in fact, when you turn the heat down, it'll just cook away nicely until I'm ready to let the pressure off. And there we go. And so I've actually turned the heat right down to low. In some instances, if it starts to steam a little, I might even want to put a heat diffuser underneath the pan. So, okay, while that's cooking, we'll take a little break and we'll be right back. So I actually lifted this up, as you can see, onto a higher level because it really was too much heat, and so it's still at full pressure here. I can actually release, with this particular pressure cooker, I can actually release the pressure just by pressing down on this. Just releases the pressure that way. But what I'm going to do in a second, when the timer goes off, I'm actually going to take this over to the sink, and I'm going to shut off the timer. And I'm going to take this over to the sink, and I'm going to put it under the tap. This is a quick release technique. So nice cold water on here, and this will help it release the pressure. And as soon as it releases the pressure, I take it back over. There we go. And you can just hear, it release the pressure there. And now I'm just going to pop the lid off. And you can see here, it's just nicely cooked. It's still a little soupy, but that's okay. Better to be, I always think it's better to be a little soupy than too dry. Now we're going to take our Parmesan cheese, and with our handy dandy grater here, this is a Cuisipro grater. It's really does a great job on your fingers if you're not careful. And so I'm going to grate plenty of cheese in here, because the cheese really makes it taste good, nice and creamy. The rice makes it creamy, but the cheese just gives it that lovely rich flavor. You can certainly add other things at this point. If you did want to put shrimp in, you might saute the shrimp ahead of time and throw some shrimp in. That's really good. You don't want to put the shrimp in and cook it in a pressure cooker for 7 minutes. It really wouldn't be as good. And then you could add some sort of greens, whether it be parsley or basil. Basil would be good. So stir in the cheese, and there we have your mushroom risotto ready to go. I recommend that you use it as a side dish as a starch for, say, a pork roast or chicken roast. Instead of doing the mashed potatoes, try some risotto. It's really good. Gives it a bit more pizzazz. And for those of you who know that the best way to make risotto is for 40 minutes just constantly stirring and adding stock, try a pressure cooker sometime. It's really, really excellent, and I think you'll be pleased you tried it. Thank you so much, and eat well.